Hi everyone, it's Denise Brown. For several years, I used to raise money to give to family caregivers in need, and we would give them $500. And when I first came up with this idea, I threw it out to my network and said, what do you think? How can we help? What are the possibilities? And a couple people gave me a hard time about the $500. It's not enough. It's not going to make a difference. And I thought, well, I don't want to put an additional tax hardship on someone who receives money from an organization, my nonprofit that I had at the time. So I wanted to keep it under $600. I didn't want to have to worry about it looking like I was using contractors rather than giving money as part of my nonprofit's mission. So $500 was the safe amount. And I thought, well, let's just see if it makes a difference. So we would raise money and send $500 to a family caregiver in need. And guess what? It made a difference. And the very first family caregiver who received the funds used it to buy food because she had no food. And she bought a new pair of shoes because her shoes were just basically disintegrating. And she bought eyeglasses. And she said the best part about receiving the $500 is that it gave her hope. And so that's really what it meant to the recipients of our Caregivers Fund. So I've been thinking about this for years. What's the best way to leverage this idea that family caregivers can receive money and decide how to use it to really resolve any of their current challenges? So you might have noticed that the Wall Street Journal had an article over Labor Day on family caregivers getting paid. So I was thrilled and delighted to work with the reporter on connecting her with sources for the article. And I had been thinking about family caregivers getting paid for years. And then we launched in the fall of 2021 planning sessions to help families figure out whether or not they could pay someone in the family to provide care, especially if you can't find a direct care worker. So when this article came out, it was almost like this lightning bolt struck me that we actually have something within our country that allows individuals to give gifts that are tax-free as long as they're under $16,000. So we've been using that actually in our family because my parents, and now just my dad, pays my sister to provide care, and it's a gift to her. And if you receive a gift from an individual and it's under $16,000, you don't have to pay taxes on it. And if you're an individual who gives a gift that's under $16,000, you don't have to pay taxes on it either. So I've been thinking about this $16,000. And it occurred to me that we can do a campaign to encourage individuals to give a monetary gift to the family caregiver that's within their network. So rather than me going out and asking for people to donate to me, and then I send out the funds, but I keep that transaction fee because usually it's through a credit card purchase, why not take me out? I'm no longer the middleman. I'm just the idea spreader. And we encourage individuals to give a monetary donation to the family caregiver in their network, because every community, every friend system, every colleague network has a family caregiver that probably has a struggle that money can solve. So we're going to actually launch this as a campaign in November. Give to the family caregiver. November is National Family Caregivers Month. There's Giving Tuesday in November. We're going to tie it all together and encourage individuals to really think about how they give. Certainly, we want them to continue to support the nonprofits, the charities in their life, and really think about giving to a family caregiver. Now, we know the cap is $16,000, but if someone gave you $1,000, you wouldn't turn it down. So we're going to encourage individuals to look at the family caregiver as a worthy recipient of support, a monetary gift. Now, I've been talking about this on social media in different types of ways, not as specific as this. And a family caregiver commented on a post, a former family caregiver actually, and she said, you know, if I hadn't been so proud when I was taking care of my parents, I would have accepted money from them. So I want to encourage all of us to know that a gift that's given to you to help you is a gift worth receiving. So my parents have given me money. Interestingly enough, as my mom was dying in August, my dad gave me money. And I said, thank you. I was grateful to receive it. So if you are lucky enough to receive a gift, and the gift is money, actually it's a gift of any kind, but if it's money, don't think, oh, I shouldn't take this. Take it. Take it and use it. Resolve a challenge. Put it in the bank. Save it. Whatever it is that gives you peace of mind, use it. And we're going to have this campaign in November where we really encourage individuals to look for that family caregiver within their network, within their house of worship, in their neighborhood, and in their workplace, in their friend circle that could use the gift of hope, which is that monetary gift. So you actually can help me do this by completing a really simple survey. So the survey is linked in the comments. And it asks you, what could change for you if you received a monetary gift? So if you want to take a little time before you complete the survey, great. Think about the budget for instance, home modifications. You know, something that we do every month is a respite in place planning session where we actually think through what could you do in your house, in your yard, in your community that could feel like a space for yourself to get a break. What if you had money to create that space? How much money would it take? And what would you do with it? That's another way to use a monetary gift. What if you could hire help for a weekend so you could sleep at night? How much does that cost? And what would it do for you? So think through how much you'd like, what you would use it for, and the costs of what you would use it for. And then take the survey and tell me about it. And then let's see what happens. So the data you send me helps me with a compelling story to individuals. If you give a family caregiver $1,000, for instance, I can say, you're going to help that family caregiver buy this, have this, accomplish this. So your data helps me create this messaging that makes it such a compelling story to actually use this great opportunity for us to give in a way that really makes a difference. Okay, so take the survey. And then when you take the survey, I ask for your email address. You're going to receive your answers, so you have a record of them. But I would love to keep you posted, and I'd love for your help in November as we launch this campaign. So when you actually give me your email address, I'm going to keep in touch with you. If you don't want your answers, if you don't want to ever hear from me, if you don't want to help, then you don't have to put your email address in there, and I understand. Okay, but I would love your help. I would love your help. Okay, thank you so much. I'll keep you posted. Oh, you know what else? And if you join the Encyclopedia Family Caregiving on caringourway.com, you'll also be able to keep up to date about all these special initiatives and campaigns that we do. So you can go to caringourway.com and then look for the Encyclopedia Family Caregiving. It's our free course. You can join us and tell me about how you're doing. That's the other thing. It's so helpful for me to know how you're doing. You can take an assessment every day where you tell me about your day. You can take an assessment of the providers you use to let me know what that experience is like. And you can share your wisdom and resources and insights so that they help another. So again, it's on caringourway.com. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.